Welcome back, everyone. Today we're gonna talk about Genesis 1, verse 13. And there was evening, and there was morning, the third day. So Genesis 1, verse 13 holds deep mystical significance in the Zohar. It completes the arc of day 3, which in earlier verses, from verses 9 to 12, included the gathering of the waters, the appearance of dry land, the emergence of vegetation, and uniquely, two affirmations of Kitov in English that it was good. So the Zohar understands this verse not as a mere timestamp, but as a closure of a divine process, carrying with it layers of symbolism related to balance, harmony, and divine union. So the first phrase we have evening and morning, duality and completion. In mystical terms, evening and morning signify the oscillation between concealment and revelation. Evening represents hiddenness, confusion, and the contraction of divine light. Morning represents clarity, expanded consciousness, and the illumination of divine will. So the Zohar teaches that every spiritual cycle must pass through darkness before light. This principle mirrors the soul's own growth. Inner confusion and challenges are often precursors to deeper revelation and clarity. Day 3 repeats this phrase for the third time, reinforcing the cosmic cycle of concealment and illumination as a perpetual law of reality. Yom Shlishi, the third day, harmony and union. The third day is the only day in the creation narrative where God says Kitov twice in verses 10 and 12. And the Zohar teaches this is not accidental. The first good, which was on verse 10, affirms the establishment of order through separation, waters and dry land. The second good, on verse 12, affirms fruitfulness and generativity, life beginning to multiply. So together, these signify the fusion of structure and expansion, culminating in Tiferet, the Sephira of beauty, harmony, and balance. The third day is thus known in Kabbalistic tradition as the Day of Tiferet, the middle column that unites opposites and reflects divine wholeness. Symbol of Shalom in English means peace. The Zohar connects the third day to the concept of Shalom, peace. Peace is not merely the absence of conflict, but the integration of opposing forces into unity. On day 1, light emerged. On day 2, division occurred. On day 3, the balance and fruitfulness of both are revealed, symbolizing rectified creation. Thus, Genesis 1 verse 13 affirms that the spiritual forces of division and unity, judgment and mercy, male and female, have now reached a state of functional harmony. Mystical geometry, 3 as foundation. In Kabbalistic symbolism, the number 1 means unity, in this case, undivided light. Number 2 represents duality, such as division or potential conflict. Number 3 represents synthesis, reconciliation of opposites. The third day completes the first full cycle of polarity and resolution, embedding in the cosmos the principle that all division is destined for union. The Zohar links this with the three patriarchs, Abraham, Isaac, and Jacob, which represent Hesed for Abraham, Geburah for Isaac, and Tiferet for Jacob, whose spiritual legacies represent the full balance of divine energies. So the personal application, inner harmony, and creative manifestation. On a soul level, this verse teaches creation of peace within is possible only after we have faced internal division and grounded ourselves in divine structure. This also teaches that fruitful spiritual life emerges from balancing action and restraint, clarity and surrender. The Zohar encourages the seeker to live aligned with the divine of day 3 by cultivating inner equilibrium, ethical creativity, and spiritual integrity, becoming a fruit-bearing tree rooted in divine harmony. So Genesis 1 verse 13 appears simple, evening and morning, the third day. But in the Zohar, it seals a profound spiritual transformation. Day 3 represents the first time that divine harmony is fully revealed, marked by the only double use of kitov, it was good, in the creation narrative. The evening-morning pattern reflects the soul's passage from concealment to revelation after the separation of elements and the structuring of the physical world. Creation now becomes fertile, with earth generating life. The number 3 signifies synthesis, the mystical union of opposites, and the rise of Tiferet, the Sephirah of harmony and beauty. This verse encapsulates the Zohar's teaching that all division is destined for reunification, that true goodness comes from balanced forces, and that divine light enters creation not only from above, but through the co-creative participation of what was once passive earth. Spiritually, Genesis 1 verse 13 invites us to complete this same pattern, endure darkness, align with divine order, and emerge in clarity, bearing fruit in harmony with our true inner essence. That's it for today, everyone. Thank you for your donation. Be blessed, and I will see you on the next episode.